Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Apocalyptic Knitter podcast. I'm your host Naomi and I'm coming to you from Leeds in West Yorkshire, where I live with my husband, my young son and our cat. And today is Sunday the 18th of Feb. Now I don't know if you are in the same kind of area or if you've had similar to me, but it does not feel like February at all today. It's been really nice and sunny and it's just felt really spring-like, and to be honest with you I feel like I needed it today. Not had a great week. I'm just kind of adjusting on some new meds that's just made me feel quite up and down mood wise and energy wise. I won't go into it this time. But yeah, I just feel like I'm going through the motions a little bit until it kind of steadies. So I was really looking forward. I really needed this sunshine really. I needed to give my brain a little bit of a weekend off. I did a little bit of studying yesterday morning, but I just wasn't feeling it at all, and I thought, why am I pushing myself if it's not gonna be productive? I thought, I'm obviously going through something at the moment, so I thought I did a little bit. I did about 2 hours worth, and then I had a bit of a pamper day and I got my nails done by the lovely Sarah at the little beauty cabin who I go to near me, and so I've gone for red this time. So yeah, that was I think it's just what I needed really. And then I didn't quite know what to do with myself today, but I know, and normally in the summer I love doing what I can in the garden. My father was a self-employed gardener all his life. He passed away now. And I kind of feel like I need to, at least take some part of interest in my garden, and I can never get it as nice as he got it. But last spring I kind of felt like I started with the tidying up a bit too late, and so I thought, I pushed myself to go out. I did about an hour and a half this morning. I was just chopping down some roses and pruning some bits, and there was a massive bush that I do not know the name of. I'm going to have to find out. That just looked like it was just getting a bit out of control and spindly, so I chopped it all down. Don't know if I did the right job of chopping it, but we shall soon see. It's like a bit of a hedge kind of a one, where all the branches get all different angles, but it's got a really nice petite pink flower when that goes on. So anyway, so this is a knitting podcast, not a gardening one, sorry. But bits of life gets in there, doesn't it, really? So yes, it was nice to have a bit of sunshine, and the cat was following me around as well. She likes to keep me company if anybody's in the garden. And then I've done a little bit of hand washing, or my woolies needed washing, and I thought, oh, sunshine, let's get that out of the line. But I've not managed to do that. It was like 3 o'clock by the time first lot were kind of ready, and I thought the sun's gonna be too low down now, which is fine. I'm gonna put it in the washing machine on a spin just to kind of get the excess water out, and then just put it on the radiators, so that'll do. So yeah, and went for another bit of a walk before, so I feel alright. As I say, it'll pass. These things pass as they do. I've just got to fake it till I make it and all that kind of thing. So I wanted to have a bit of a catch up to let you know what I've been up to since I last podcasted, and I've got one finished object. The never ending socks are both finally finished. So these are for my brother, and guess what? I've actually woven in the ends. So I did a twisted rib, about 15 rows I think, and then a gusset heel flap and gusset heel, and yeah, just a standard toe with a Kitchener binder. One sock is slightly longer than the other, only by 1 or 2 rows, but do you know what, I don't think you'll notice. And yes, I was quite right to just do a short leg because there's only 10 grams left. Yes, he has very long feet. These are for my brother, he's a size 12. So those are done, so I'm happy that they're done. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might just put it onto my sock blanket. We shall see. Oh, the colourway on that one is West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's in the, because of the bird range that they, and it's the Starling colourway. That's very nice. And I've been, as I said, I'm not quite right this week anyway. You know when you have projects that you feel like you need to work on, and you tell yourself, oh, once I finish that, then I can cast on this thing that I really want to knit on. And that's how I've been like all week, and nothing was really giving me joy. And I thought, you know what, the way I am at the minute, I need things that bring me joy just until I'm over this hump. So I cast on 2 new projects that I had absolutely no business doing, and I thought, do you know what, no, that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I did. And do you know what, they're all pink. Why have I got this fascination with pink at the moment? Everything is I'm working on just seems to be pink. Anyway, not all. So I casted on some socks. This is Mr. Bird Street Yarns, and the colourway is called I Love You Very Much, which is a very cute one there. Really nice deep variegated magenta colourway. These are going to be some socks for a friend of mine who's going through a bit of a shitty time at the moment, and so I thought a nice bit of TLC by way of a pair of socks to just feel a bit snuggly, and knowing that somebody's out there thinking of you is always cheers you up, doesn't it? I really did try to pick a pattern out of this book. Now, I've been given this book in a D-stash, and it's called Socktopus by Alice Yu, and there's 17 patterns of socks here, and they've got really lots of different heel patterns. You can see that, so that's like a garter stitch one. Let's see if we can find another. And they're just like lots of different patterns, and I went to do one, and it was taking too long. I was being really frustrated, so I just ripped it out and started a plain vanilla instead. And do you know what, that's fine. Nobody's gonna die, nobody's gonna tell me off. That's just how it is gonna be. And there's another heel there that I want to try under. Just like something different, really. So I do want to, just today is not that day. But that is all right. So they are, she's a size 9, so that's just pretty much established there. So that is going to be my commuting knitting. So I'm going to work on that in the train. And yeah, I got a little pin at a secret Santa that you can see there. It says keep on casting on, and that's exactly what I did this weekend. The other thing that I casted on is, I might have mentioned to you that I was in the pipeline, was going to cast on a love note. So I'm holding it with the James C. Brett Shush, go away. Now it says that it's a DK gauge, but I'm not sure if it is or it's fingering was what I was needed. And holding with the sock weight. Now this is really beautiful. I don't know if you can see, it's got some very fine little speckles. This is called Celine by Lockwood Fibre. So I got 2 skeins of this and 2 balls of that. Holding it double. No, it's not for me because I always knit for other people. It's just my love language. Some people cook, some people like, you know, I don't know, hug or whatever. I knit if I know some of these go through a tough time or I just want to do something nice. But I do want to not constantly offer and add to this list. I do want to kind of get on my stuff. So I think I started this, I either cast it on last night, I did a little bit today. So I'm literally just on the first row of the lace. So that is that one. Now I've gone for the medium size. Obviously it's not for me, but there we go. I've gone for the medium size, and I'm also using the Tin Can Knits app, which is really quite fun. If you're not downloading it already, I do recommend it. It's a free download, and it kind of pulls through. If you've got any of the patterns on your Ravelry, it kind of pulls it through. I like it because you can choose what size that you want, and then when you go to knit it, you're not looking back at a pattern and seeing all the 10 sizes and which size were you working on again. It remembers your size. It says, right, you need to cast on this amount of stitches and you need to increase this amount of times. So I find that quite useful. So yeah, I'm not sure. It feels like this is far too gapey and too big, but I don't know if it's just because it's on a very, very loose gauge anyway, the pattern. I have knit it before, but because I'm not using it with the a mohair lace, it's now that the fingering. It's not actually fingering. They turned around and said it was knit to DK. But I'm going to persevere with it. It might be one of those that it just needs a bit more establishing. And then once I've done so I think I'm knitting it for somebody she gave me the measurements, which I think kind of equals to about a size 12 or something. She gave me the bust measurements, I think it was about 37-inch bust. And this also has, and it recommends between 4 and 12 inches of positive ease. So I'm gonna go with it, carry on going. It might just be because you start the neck off, don't you, with stocking it, and it feels really gapey, and then you do the neckband at the end, and that can kind of just draw it in. So that can be that. So there's another pink item there. So that is what. Now on to whips. Now last week when I wasn't feeling a happy bunny at all. I just wanted some nice comfort. And every time I just picked up my quadrophenia, and I've done the first quadrant. Look at that. I can't quite work out how this blanket's going to look like when it's all done, but there we go. There's one done, and because remember the couple of weekends ago I went to Southport and I brought my Swift and Winder with me, and I caked up loads of skeins and minis, and that's what I did. So I had them all ready, so I thought I'm not moving it in anything else, so I casted on the next one. More pink, that's what we need, more pink. And you can just see I just started the next colour, which is a bit more purpley. And so this is the Spectrum Fibre Advent Calendar from December 2022. So yeah, bit behind. I never time it so I can knit it during the month of December, but I do like opening a little parcel every single day. That's quite fun. So that's just something to grab if I just literally have nothing left in the tank and I just want some nice easy. The pattern is by Bryony at Bakery Bears podcast, and it's called the Quadrophenia Blanket. It's really nice knit. It's a paid for pattern, so I can't give too much away, but she kind of recommends a good pattern for if you want to use up an advent calendar. I'm doing more stripes than the pattern gave because I just want to use up more minis, so I'm using up a pack of 12 from an advent. Cause I did the 12-day ones, but I've got some other colours which I think will kind of work together with it. But so that's the beauty of it. So check that out if you're looking for something. And then I'm going to come to the pattern or the project that I should be doing. And I love my friend so much, but I'm not loving this project. It's a scarf for her and it's her birthday in about 2 weeks' time. So I made progress on it, haven't I? So this is the Chunky Monkey from Sheepshears, which I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Please somebody remind me how it's pronounced. Oh. And I keep putting progress keepers in and everything just to help me just do an inch or two or something. So onto the third ball of wool, and I've got 4 balls, so it's getting there, but it's not quite scarf length at the moment. The pattern on this one looks very much like a fisherman's rib style, and it's called the No Pearl Scarf by Pearl Soho. I do believe it might be a free pattern. I think it was actually. So I thought that will do me nicely. I'm just doing a little bit. I've got to be in the right mood for it, and hopefully if I end up picking up a bit next week, then yeah. But I have to kind of keep looking at that because you knit like 3 and then you've got to like put the yarn at the back and slip on and all that kind of thing. So there we go. And my last whip that I've got in my panda bag, which I think this is my favourite project bag. I do like the pandas. Yes, is more pink. And this is my socks that I'm doing for me. So I've made one. I don't know if I've done much since I last podcasted, and then I've literally just started the cuff for, why is that being weird? Started the cuff for the second pair. Don't quite think I've finished all the rib yet. Got a little bit more to go. So that's it again. I'm gonna keep both of these in my work bag for doing on the train. The reason being is sometimes it'll knit and go, oh, I'm near the heel yet. Don't know if I'm knitting too much or I don't want to overshoot it. So I thought I'd have 2 pairs, and then usually if I'm almost up to the heel, I can, when I get home, I'll do the heel in the evening, or you know whereabouts you are on it. So yeah, I'll take those 2 with me next week. So yeah, I was gonna say as well, should have said this at the start, but a huge thank you. I seem to be getting a few more subscribers of late, so I just want to say thank you and welcome. I do hope you enjoy this podcast, and I say returning viewers, welcome back, and thank you for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. And I do like the odd little comment and everything. It does make my day. I've got hair somewhere. So yeah, so feel free to leave comments, and I've got a question for you all now, but I just need a cup of tea first. So this is another homemade project bag that I've made. I made one for my friend Sammy. We have matching Christmas bags. Now this I've got, it's a very, very nice red. As you can see, it looks more orange and red on here, but it is like it's an orange red, if that makes sense. That I got from Dye Ninja when she closed down. Gutted, absolutely gutted. I'm actually wearing a jumper. This is my breathing space, and this main colour here is from Dye Ninja, and it's her high twist merino. Now I've made this jumper, I want to say it's at least 5 years, maybe even like 7 or 8, and it's just not peeled or anything. It really washes nicely, and that's why when she was having the closing down sale, I didn't have any plans for it at the time, but I wanted at least 3 skeins of one colour for like a sweater weight quantity. But as we know, I know 3 skeins won't do like me a sweater quantity, but I thought if I get at least 3, then I can have a contrast colour and that'll kind of do it. So I got three reds, and because it's like an orangey red, I got this from Mothie and the Squid, which is orange with little red flecks in. So, your question is, do you have any pattern recommendations? So it's 4-ply. I am a bugger for knitting jumpers that I've already knit before. So like I've got another breathing space. I've done 2 Zweigs because that was the one with the beautiful lace panel across the front. So any kind of pattern recommendations? Ooh, excuse me. I don't know whether to do like a bit of a pinstripe with the orange or something. I would really appreciate it. Put a little comment on if you like. I'd like that very much. So, don't quite know what that's going to be yet. Oh my god, I just realised. Something very exciting happened on Friday. The tickets went live for the Woolly Good Enough. Was it good enough? Oh, good enough. Woolly Good? It's a sorry, my brain's not right. It's a Kickstarter wool festival in Edinburgh that's been held in April, end of April. Are you going? Put a comment on the comments below and let us know if you're thinking of coming. I'm going with some friends. This is 26th, 27th April, 27th, 28th. It's the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think. But I can't remember if it's... I think the show's on, is it Friday or Saturday? Yeah. I really need to work these things out before I podcast, don't I? We've still got time. Because it's going to be a really, really lovely show. It's not going to be like the massive scale that was Edinburgh Yarn Festival, which although was amazing, it was really quite something, and you'd be quite overwhelmed at the end of the day. So this one's more like a community feel. There's a few vendors, there's a couple of workshops, and there's like an evening. Apparently there's bingo. Live music and booze for those who want that kind of thing. I'm sulking because I'm not drinking anymore. I know, health reasons. But, you know, you can still have non-alcoholic drinks and have a great time. Especially when there's bingo. So, yeah. Let me know if you're going to that. You're going to say who's going. The only person I can remember that's going is, I believe, Rivernets are going, and Zakami Yarns, and I adore Zakami Yarns. Their colourways are just beautiful, and I'm hoping to save up enough money to get a couple of skeins or something nice. But I want to buy something with a pattern in mind for it, and not just go, oh, that's so pretty, and then come back with like 6 individual skeins that I can't do anything with. I kind of want to just say, no, I'm gonna make a garment and I'm gonna get 4 skeins of this or whatever. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. So yeah. So talking of budgets, because I know like on here I like to, it's a knitting podcast, but I do like to talk about anything kind of frugal or savvy or saving and budget and things like that, which I think, and I'm saying it again till I'm blue in the face, I think, ow, that was my knee, clicking. That wasn't good. Dear me. Right, I might have to pause it there when I attend to my knee. That's done something, and I'll catch you soon.